Hi, and welcome back to LinuxStudyGuide.com videos. Today I just want to go over VI. VI is a text editor that's pretty prominent in the Linux operating system. It's all through the terminal. It's a very small program, therefore it's used a lot when it comes to trying to fix an operating system that crashed, or a server, or even a very small program that might be on a little piece of flash that has VI with it, just because sometimes you might need to edit that. It's still used a lot today, even though there's more advanced text editors like OpenOffice or gedit and stuff like that, simply because people are still familiar with it and still like it, and because it is so small. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into VI. To get to VI, you just type VI. Oops, I have to actually click in the virtual machine. Type VI, and you can type the file name. If there is a file already created, it will try to open it. If there is no file created, it will actually create the new one with the name you specified. So for me, I already created one called test file 1. Boom, let's open that. Boom, and here it is. Here's the text file I created to make this happen. First off, in the basis of VI, there's two different modes. There's command mode, which you automatically start in, which allows you to move around and edit things and kind of just get familiar with VI. And make changes, do searches. It's really prominent with the programs. Say you need to search for function 778, you can just type /search and it'll actually search and find the document. You can navigate that way. So the command mode is super important. It also has tons of commands that take a while to learn. You can always come to the website. I'll list all these commands with the video just to make it easier for you guys. Now, there's also the other mode, is insert mode. To get to that, you just type I. So little bitty I, and you're in insert mode. You can add lines, add text. You can go ahead and tab if you want. But in order to get out of insert mode, to get back to command mode, which is the main mode after you're done typing what you need to, just hit escape. It might help if I type right. Cool, there it goes. Sorry, I didn't do that. Back in insert mode. There we go. Undo. Going crazy up in here. Come on, go back. So you can see how much of a pain this can be if you don't know how to navigate VI. I always get confused. Alright, let me go to insert mode real quick, and then let me hit there and go and escape. Boom. Alright, cool. Back to normal. I can also just hit undo, but it's alright. So let's go ahead and with that get started. With H is left one space. Hold on, let me go right one space first. Up and then right. So L is right one space. H is the other way. J is down. K is up. You can also use the arrow keys, which is a kind of a new deal with the new versions of VI, and that works as well. But traditionally, it's HJKL is how they navigate that. And it seems weird at first, but it actually makes sense once you try it out. To delete a character, it's simply just a little X, and if you want to undo that, you just hit U. So delete X, undo U. Alright, let's go down some more. And then if you look, here's DW, which is delete the whole word. Just type DW while you're in command mode. Boom. That space is gone because that was a word. Let's do that. And then, cool. And then Shift U will redo everything you do. So delete the whole word. Oh, I just jacked it all up. There we go. Wow. There we go. Cool. Alright, so delete the whole word is DW. DX, so if you want to delete multiple words, you can type the number and then DW. So that's 2 words for 2DW. Delete the whole line is DD. It's a pretty powerful command, so be careful when you use that. But you can always undo it with the U, of course. But alright, delete from the cursor. This is kind of cool, especially if there's like half the line and you're like, now I don't need this. So Shift D, boom, it's gone. And it deletes from wherever the cursor is highlighted at. Not the front of the cursor, but actually where the cursor highlights. Alright, and then undo is U, as we've been using like crazy. Shift U undoes all edits to a line. And here's that search function. So when you're in command mode, you can just hit the / and then type what you're searching for. So let's just type search for fun. So it says, oh, okay, there's one, but now we need to go forward. So you just type N. If you want to go backwards, you hit Shift N. And that's how you navigate with the search. And then you hit the bottom, and that was that. Alright, so let's continue down, see what other commands I need to teach you about. Of course, saving and leaving VI. It's kind of, I've actually, when I first working with VI for the first time, no one ever told me how to save or get out of it. So I was kind of like, how do I do this? And this is before all of my wonderful Googles ever had powers. But so the only way I could figure out how to get out of VI was actually shutting down the machine. But it's actually super simple to do. So to save and quit, you just type ZZ in caps, of course. To just save the file and keep working, you hit :W. And boom, it says, hey, it's been written. There you go, test file 1. To quit without saving, it's :Q! I'm going to go ahead and save this file. And I actually just did. But I can go ahead and boom, there we go. And let's go ahead and quit out. Save, helps if I click in. Boom, and then that was a ZZ. It had actually shown the command, sorry. But it actually gets you out and saves your file. So if you do an LS, boom, there's that test file 1 I created. So there you go. Simple, easy, it's not too bad. I'll go ahead and list all the commands on our website so it's easier for you to go and play with. Make sure you spend about, I would say, at least 30 to 45 minutes navigating through VI because it is on the test and there are questions on the test related to this. Alright, hope this is informative and I hope you learned VI successfully. Have a great day.
Hello and welcome back to LinuxStudyGuide.com videos. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to interact with the graphical user interface of Fedora. Okay, so when you load Fedora, this is the screen you'll see. Up at the top right you'll have your user information. I'm logged in as Ashley right now, but you can switch user, log out, anything you'd like to do. Here is your network settings, your sound settings, and also your display settings. Okay, and in the middle you have your clock, and if you want to change that, you left click on it and go down to date and time settings. Left click on that and it will show you your time, and you can change it to AM, PM if you like. Right? We'll just leave it as a 24-hour for right now. Now to get out of this, you can either click on the little X up at the top right, or you can click System Settings and hit Quit. And also Alt F4 works on Fedora as well. Okay, and on your left we have the activities. Go ahead and left click on that and this screen will pop up. You have your favorites on your left hand side, your windows, your applications, and your search bar. And this shows you what screens you have open. So right now we only have the main screen open right now. Okay, so let's say we want to open a web browser. Click on Firefox. You wait for it to load. And it'll just take a second. And there it is. So you can take, and let's say we want to go to Facebook, and it'll pop up right there. Click on that, and there you go, there's your Facebook. Okay, so then we can exit out of this, like I said, by a little X here, going up to Firefox and hitting quit. Or let's say you want to leave your Facebook page open, but you want to go back to your main screen. What you can do is hit Activities, left click on that, and it will show you, I'll take you back to this page, and it'll show you that you have your Facebook page open, and also your main screen is open as well. Okay, so let's say you want to, let's say, open up your contacts page, and it'll show you this. And let's say you want to go back to your Facebook page, click on Activities, and it will show you what you have open right now. So right now we have our Facebook page open, and our contacts file is open. Okay, so let's say you want to go back to your main desktop page, and let's say you want to open your pictures. You can left click on this, or you can also just take and left click on it and drag it, and it will open it up. Now on your left hand side, the main screen with the little fireworks going on there, that will always be open. So no matter how many pages you open up here, you'll always have a blank screen down here, which is nice. So you can always go back there. Okay, and this is your pictures. We don't have any pictures in this right now, and what I'm doing to make it bigger is just scrolling with my mouse, and you can make it as big as you want. And then we can go back to this, our contacts page, or we can go back to our Facebook page. And let's say we click on our Facebook page, but you don't want to go back to activities and go back to that screen. What you can do is click Control Alt and then the arrow keys. You can hit down. It'll take you to your contacts, and then you can hit down again and it'll take you to your pictures. So that's kind of a neat way to save time instead of going back to the activities and going back to that page. So, and that was Control Alt and the arrow keys. So we can go up, up, or down. Okay. And let's say we want to open our files because we want to create a document or search for a document. What you can do, I already created a document called Doc1. You can search for that, and there it is. And double click on that, and this is a document. And instead of using Word, we're using Get-It. So, and it has all the main features of Word. It has file, edit, print. You know, you can do just about everything you can do in Word on Get-It. Okay, and to exit out of this, click the little X. And let's say you want to search for a different file. I created a file called resume. So let's search for that, and there it is. And you can double click on that to open it. Okay, and let's say you want to go back to your main page so you can view everything, see what you have open. Go back to activities. And let's say you have two screens open, but you don't really like that look. So what you can do is you click on this and drag it over, and it will add it to your right hand side. So what we have open is our Facebook, our documents, our pictures, and also our contacts. And you can add however many screens you would like. But another thing you can do to save space is just to open something. So you have, oops, let's say you want to click on your email. It's called Evolution. Wait for that to load and click back on activities, and you have the dual screens. And now these screens won't be on every little screen you have on the right hand side. So the two will just be on your first screen up here at the top. And that's kind of convenient. And let's say you want to add a web browser to this screen, you just drag, and there it is. Let's say you want to add another one, and it will add as many browsers as you would like, or whatever you want to put on here. Now let's say you want to see what you can't really read what this is. You can scroll in, say, oh, that's my Facebook page, and you can scroll back out. I'm just using my mouse for this. And you can scroll in for that and scroll back out if you want. And let's see. If you want to go back to your applications, just click on that. You can search for your games. You can add solitaire to your favorites. Just drag that there, and it'll open up a solitaire game for you there. Let's say you want to exit out of that, just quit. Go back to your activities page, and let's say you want to make this a separate screen for this. You just you click on that and drag it, and it'll show you all of the files you have open. And so that is just a basic rundown of some basic things you can do in Fedora. And thank you for watching.
Hello and welcome. This will be a video on how to configure a Cisco 861W router. Just the base configuration, nothing too fancy. I'm going to show you how to do basic SSH setup, so you have a secure way to get in, IP setup, all that fun stuff. We'll just go ahead and use this is what happens when you first turn it on and you're connected through a console port. If you don't have a console cable, you can get one through Amazon, or you're probably, I think even Radio Shack still carry them. That might not be the case, but I think they do. And they're pretty cheap. They're like $5, but here you go. Get this, use PuTTY. If you don't know what PuTTY is, Google it, download it. It's wonderful. Yes, and this will say basic management setup. Yes, I would like to do that. Thank you. Host name. So I'm going to name this lab router. Secret password, Cisco. Change it to whatever you want. The other two passwords don't matter, just the second one has to be different, so Cisco with the exclamation point. SNMP network management. No, not yet. That is complicated. Don't want to deal with it. Alright, so this is asking, hey, what do you want to assign a VLAN or IP address to so we can get to later? Let's just do VLAN 1. It's my management VLAN. Configure an IP on this interface? Yes. Alright, IP. Subnet mask is going to be a class C or /24 if you're going through your Cisco training. And then that's it. Save. Basic setup complete. You now have an IP address on your awesome little router, and you have set up a password for it. Cool. Now it's going to take a second to finish the save. 1 second. I'll pause it. Alright, and we're here. So now we're at base. Now let's go ahead and go into enable mode, which is just typing EN. And type your password, which will be your secret password, Cisco, if you followed me with the password setup, and now you're in enable mode. Alright, cool, everything's happy. So, a couple things you might want to set up. If you're planning to make this your gateway, you need to set up a route. So let's go ahead and go to config T, and you just type in IP route 0000. That's an IP of any 0000 and any subnet, and it all gets shipped to your gateway that you're used to. You can change this up how you need to, but I'm just going to leave it as the same, which is going to be .1 is my current gateway. So basically all traffic that doesn't know where it needs to go goes to .1. If you need anything else, it's pretty simple. But one thing I'm a big fan of, because I'm just going through the CCNA security course, and I have a blog going on that and loving it. So the big thing I'm going to show you right now is configuring SSH. For that, you need to set up new model, AAA. Do dash model. That's it. And then you just type IP, domain name, and I'll just use my website, networkstudyguide.net. That creates a domain for this, and then you just go ahead and need to generate a crypto key. Oh, I have a space there, don't I? Crypto key generate, and I believe it's RSA. Yes. All right. The default is 512 for your encryption. Let's go ahead and change it to 1024. That way we can use version 2 of SSH, which is a little bit more secure. Alright, and awesome. Cool, so now we got that set up. So now we just type IP SSH, and you got a bunch of little things you can use. One thing I'm a big fan of is the authentication retries. This basically sets it, so I'm going to set it to 3. After 3 tries of getting something wrong, it kicks them out, and they have to create a new session into your router, blah blah blah. This is a great thing if someone's trying to brute force you. It disconnects them and forces them to create a new session and stuff like that. And also, let's change the version. IP, don't forget SSH version 2. Force that. Cool. So now we got SSH a bit configured a little bit more secure than it normally is. Now we need to just go into our incoming lines for telnet and SSH in order to configure. So we just go line VTY 0 and 4. That's 0 through 4. And then you just type in transport, I believe. Am I right? Yes. Transport preferred, and then you type in SSH. You can also there. And so preferred transport. Define which protocols to use when connecting to the terminal server. And you also want to do transport. Is it input SSH? And you can also, if you want telnet, you just type telnet at the end, but I don't want telnet, just SSH. Done. You have now configured SSH. So if you do a show IP int brief VLAN 1, which is our management VLAN, is now configured with an IP address. It's using secure transferring, so you don't have to worry about clear text going through your network and someone just, oh, there's a password to everything. And basic setup's done. You can also enable port security. I mean, this thing is amazing for being so cheap. I mean, you can get it for like $400 I think on Amazon right now. And if you're a Cisco partner, work for a company that's a Cisco partner, get it for not for resale price. Is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Don't forget to write. That way, everything's saved and your work's good. Hope you enjoyed this. I will also make a showing how to configure the wireless on a 861W. It's a little bit more tricky, and there's some actual problems with the iOS that ships with it, so you actually have to downgrade the iOS on the AP to a different version. I hope this was informative. I hope it helped you get the setup configured the way you need to, get IP address and all that. Thanks.